This is the first show that's ever happened in this space.
Right.
It was really kind of scary. You know, when we first walked in, there wasn't a floor. There were rocks everywhere. It was uneven. I mean, it's
it's kind of rustic.
It's more level now.
No matter how good the other people try to do it, you know, we're like, Brooklyn did that better. Or, you know, that role was made for Robyn the way she did. Because you guys were you had more practice with it, definitely.
Yeah, we really took the time to make the roles our own. So.
Yeah, but we didn't have anything else to do, so.
Right. Right.
That's true. Hello, Brooklyn and Robyn. How are you two doing?
Hi, Vanya.
Hello. So I just saw the last show of your Uncle Vanya here at the Carriage House Theater, correct? It was a wonderful performance you both did. You're most welcome, guys. So, how do you guys feel about this? How was it? How was the whole experience working with this in Chekhov's play?
Well, I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I think we all did, and I think the most interesting part of the whole experience was the space that we're working with. This is the first show that's ever happened in this space.
Right.
It was really kind of scary. You know, when we first walked in, there wasn't a floor. There were rocks everywhere. It was uneven. Really. I mean,
it's kind of rustic.
It's more level now, but you know, there were big holes in the floor of stairs.
You could show people how rustic it is.
Yeah, it's actually it's amazing.
But Forrest really cleaned it up, and now I'm actually really happy with it. I think it does really fit the play, just like he imagined it.
Right.
It took us a little bit longer to see his vision, I think.
This helped, though.
Yeah.
What is that?
This is a samovar for boiling water for tea, and and I felt a lot better about the show once we got this. Before that, I was a bit worried, but.
Right. What were you drinking in the wine? Was that like fruit juice or something?
Yeah, it was some kind of fruit juice.
Yeah, there was grape juice and there was some like iced tea.
Yeah, for the tea.
But it was still convincing. I mean, it was the red wine or something you guys were.
Right.
They put some of the red one in here this time too for some reason.
Yeah, the standard theater red wine is grape juice.
Right.
This one was some kind of.
You wouldn't want to get drunk while acting. Anyway.
I've heard that the biggest reason you don't is because it dries out your vocal cords.
Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know.
That's the biggest reason you don't.
I know they've in Bollywood they've used like tea or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like cold tea or something.
I know some people. I've heard of people who do get drunk while they're acting. I don't know if it's a good idea really. I don't ever get drunk though. So.
That's good. Well, I mean, you know, you guys were both, for the viewers here, who you probably do remember, but Brooklyn and Robyn were in Shakespeare In The Arb's 2011 season of The Winter's Tale, which all three of us were a part of, and it's not been the same. I mean, we did the last couple performances. How many performances was it that you guys didn't do?
We missed four performances.
Four. Okay, so out of the last four performances, because Brooklyn and Robyn were not there, they were replaced. The other cast members were filling in their parts, and the show wasn't the same without them. I mean, you guys, those roles were made for you guys. I mean, no matter how good the other people try to do it, you know, we're like, I think Brooklyn did that better, or, you know, that role was made for Robyn the way she did. Because you guys you had more practice with it, definitely.
Yeah, we really took the time to make the roles our own, so.
Yeah, but we didn't have anything else to do, so.
Right.
That's true. And then I told Rich, who was playing your part, Brooklyn, and I'm like, you know, when Brooklyn did it, he was like, you know, beseech your highness, this and that. He did it with a very loud voice, and I remember you did it was so much power you did that part with. And the way you did by the tuft of pines, I'd met them, and it's like you guys had so much fun with those. You had fun with your lines, and so did you. And
I did.
It's like whoever did it, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but I don't know. Those two were just something. I mean, they had those roles were for them only. So.
And I probably said some of those lines too loudly. The main thing was I wanted to be heard though, because it's hard to hear.
I mean, I think
too loud for the
I think it was mostly up for each actor had their own interpretation of the character. So the way you did it or the way Rich did it is totally up to you how you want to do it. And since he did not have much practice with it, he was more of because he had more practice with Antigonus, which is funny because I feel that he was very good as Antigonus, and when he switched to like you, Lord, etc. I remember from the interview, it just totally changed a little bit. And he didn't get to do the same stuff you did because Patrick took over being the officer.
Oh, really?
Yes. So and then Chris was the officer one day too. So it was all like people. There was more than one person playing your character every day. I think it was changing. It was crazy. It wasn't the same every day. But I think it worked out a little. I mean, every day. And I remember Brooklyn. One of the days I couldn't find because I remember first day I had boots was the third performance, and because they didn't know I had boots before, and that was the only day I think I wore my new boots, and the other days I was just wearing other people's boots. And the one of the performances after you left, I couldn't find my boots, like the ones that were right, because some of them the zipper wouldn't go up. So I'm like, Brooklyn's boots are here, and they fit me. So I wore your boots, and it's great because such a great actor. I got to wear such a great actor's boots for one day. Maybe some of your acting skills will go into me or something. You know, that would be if that did, that would be really happy. But it was weird. I hope you didn't mind. I wore your boots.
Oh, that's fine. Well, we can share it because I think I might put them back on again in the fall for the revival.
Great. Well, I won't be here, so.
Yes, but I'll get to put them on after you've worn them.
Well.
It's like
thank you. That's
reciprocity.
I did not take your name, the tape.
Okay.
I just left it on. You know, it said Brooklyn Dimitri on it, and But it's been fun. This show of yours, Uncle Vanya, has been very fun. What do you say about that mustache you were wearing?
That was my biggest concern all day, and I mean, I felt quite good about the show, but that mustache was just on my mind the whole time, from the beginning, because I knew it was so hot. I knew I was going to sweat and it would start to peel off.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, we've been lucky with the weather before, and it hasn't been that hot, and so the mustache has stayed on nicely. But today, not so much.
Right, and the scene where you come in, you know. I mean, it was raining like really today. I don't know if you had rain problems the other days. Did you? I'm not.
No, and I enjoyed it.
It made things cooler, which is nice. And even when I was going to Washington Dairy to get ice cream, and then it was raining on the way back, so it was like drenched, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I like the scene where you go out and you come out with the flowers, and you're like, well, it didn't rain today, or something, and you were like totally covered in rain or something. But
that was nice. I enjoyed that.
What were both of your favorite lines in the play? Like one line, both of you. Robyn, we can start with you.
Oh, probably waffles. It's been ages since we've had dumplings. Ages.
Right. I mean, what is your line that you say that's your favorite?
Oh, my favorite line of mine?
Yes.
I think the one about the principles. Principles are a dead letter unless you act upon them, do something useful, which is something you've never done.
That is so, I mean, yeah, it's like you're almost taunting him in a way,
he's my son, and I'm very disappointed in him.
Yes, that is, and it's a true line. It makes a lot of sense. And you, Brooklyn?
I don't know. I think maybe my favorite would be at the end when Astroff says, "It must be hot in Africa right now, really hot," and then I say, "Yes, I suppose so."
It's totally. Is it? Do you think that line is totally irrelevant in the play? Like it's just totally random.
I really like that line, and I'm not entirely sure why, but there's just sort of a mood that it creates. I mean, both of those together that is really interesting and kind of amusing. And I know it's important, but I still haven't really. I don't know why exactly.
I think it brings this awkwardness to Astrov trying to make small talk and it not working out.
Right, right. Oh yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what to say, so he's like, "Oh, I see this map of Africa, so I just want to say something worthwhile," and or I guess, but yes. What is your line that you say that is your favorite?
Well, I think my response to him.
His response.
Yes, I suppose so is what.
Or I think one of my favorite lines in the play. I think you were talking about this at Shakespeare in the Arb too. It's like, it's a good day to commit suicide.
Oh yes, yeah. It's lovely weather to hang yourself, or lovely weather to hang oneself.
Yes, that line. So that's a funny one. It's like you're so distressed with life that you just want to like you want to make a joke of your own misery in a way, but. It's
I like that line.
And how did you prepare for the scene where you're like hanging upside down and you're trying to shoot your brother? I mean, that is a crazy scene.
Oh, that was okay. I mean, we took a picture for the poster where I was hanging upside down and I sort of pulled a muscle in my back.
Oh.
And that hurt a little bit, but then after that I got used to it, so it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Did you go through any psychological thing? Like, what was like? Did you, when you were getting into Vanya, did you think, why is Vanya trying to kill his brother? Like, did you have any trouble? Like, I can't do this, or no, it's pretty easy.
Not really. I mean, I was so busy with other things that I didn't have too much time to think about that sort of thing when we were going into it, and I just sort of did it. But I still like to think about that stuff, though, because I don't think I have the answers really. But
right.
I like to think about.
Right. Well, you guys did really well in the play, and I'm sorry to take up so much of your time doing this. But any last-minute words for the viewers about anything, about acting, about Vanya, about Shakespeare, Chekhov, anything? Winter's Tale, you know.
It's been a busy month.
Tis true. Tis true.
No, another favorite line of mine is, "Never mind. It's quite all right." I like that line also. That's when he comes in with the flower.
The flower. Oh, right. When you're like, oh, it's okay. I didn't see anything. Right?
It's fine. Yeah, I like that line. So that might be.
Right, definitely. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this in conversation with Brooklyn Dimitri and Robyn Taylor. Is that right? Yes. Okay. I worked with them in Shakespeare in the Arb for the Winter's Tale, and I came to see this last performance of Uncle Vanya by Anton Chekhov. Anton?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, well, yeah, I've not read much of his work really, so just one act of Three Sisters, and I just zipped through it really. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. These are two wonderful actors. I'm great to be their friend, and take care. See ya. Do you guys want to say anything? Check out Robyn's white hair. It's kind of brown, but it's kind of silvery whitish.
It's interesting.
And she played his mom.
I did.
Yes. Okay, you guys want to say anything before we leave?
I wish I can't think of a good meaty closing line.
In the words of, you say something in the words of that the mom would say, and you say something that the words of what Vanya would say.
I'm so depressed, Sonia. I don't know what to do. You don't know how depressed I am.
No, I'll make up something. Make up something. Make up something.
Something that your character would say.
Yes, just anything.
Well,
it can be irrelevant too.
Well, I'd better get back to my reading.
And I had better go and follow Yelena around some more, because she might get off. And,
who is Elena?
Yelena is a beautiful, intelligent woman.
Is she your sister-in-law in the play?
Is
that no?
She is the professor's wife.
Okay.
And so yes,
right.
I must be off to make sure she's
right.
In sight.
Right. Well, thank you, Robyn. Thank you, Brooklyn. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Bob.